Welcome back. It's still WCS winter. It's still the round of 8, and we're still in that round robin. Lots of best of 3s and a lot of very important games going down here. This first one starts off in the top left of this PvP. Coming all the way from Australia, we got the blue Protoss probe. And if Puck doesn't kill him, literally any food he eats will. Spotting at the bottom right, so we have the red Protoss. It's Puck, and he's using skins. I'm not sure if we'll get in trouble for this or not, but I'm not gonna be the one to rat him out. At any rate, PvP is a fickle mistress. We've seen a little bit of action earlier today. It opened with Rail and Showtime. I don't think either Puck or Probe are gonna be pulling out weird moves like that, but just a little bit of explanation, by the way, guys. I had dinner with Probe one time, and it was so hard to find something he could eat. Because he's like Fear Dragon, I guess, just like allergic to a lot of food, which kind of sucks. But for Probe, I don't really know where he's at. He's another one of these players here for WCS where I just haven't got to see a lot of him. We unfortunately had a bit of a falling out with Australia. Not to get into that drama again, but basically I haven't seen any Australian players in a pretty long time. However, I will say this much. The last time I cast Probe, which was, God knows, like over a year ago, I think. But the last time I got to see Probe play, he was looking fantastic. Here he is in the round of 8 for WCS. I gotta imagine he's gonna be able to go toe-to-toe with Puck. But, to be clear, even though we are playing on the West Coast server, there is still gonna be a discrepancy for Probe's sake. Because it's a lot easier for Puck to play to the West Coast, I think, than it is for an Australian player. I think Australia just kind of gets the short end of the stick a lot of the time, which is a bit of a bummer, because I know a lot of these guys are actually much better than they get to play, I guess, if that makes sense. Constantly withheld by ping and what have you. In fact, we saw Twitch Rivals recently. Maynard had to play in Europe. Livy B even play in North America. None of those were ideal for either of these guys, but it just happens. And Probe's going to fight through it. I don't think he'll complain. I've certainly never seen him blame server lag for any losses. He's been pretty just heads down straightforward. But hey, real quick, thank you so much to people who just subbed. We got Ash Call subbed during the break with Twitch Prime. And Elker came in with 27 months. No message. Big thanks. Big love. Syntax 9999 just subbed for 4 months. Keep streaming. You sexy beast. How dare you objectify me like that? Auto Douche. Great name. 11 months. Riff Kegs. Thank you guys for that hype. Now, we should note it is Adept versus Adept, which is kind of funny because we've seen a lot of situations where it's actually been Stalkers as the opener because they deal with Adepts so well. Also, I see Harvs in the chat, my little Zergling brother from another mother, who unfortunately chose to cheer for goddamn Winter instead of me for Twitch Rivals. Never forgive him. Never forget. But hey, Harvs, hope you're doing well. If anyone's feeling generous, get that man a sub. Stat! We need to convert him, steal him away from Winter. Okay, anyways. Excuse me, I had a bit of a coughing fit. Hopefully I muted that correctly. Anyways, the Adept openings were a little bit weird. Super awkward for Puck here in the middle of the map. Well, even more awkward for Probe. He could have taken this fight. I don't know what he's doing. But both players had open with Stargate this game. And it looks like this Oracle will not get much done. I just realized Probe built a pylon over here. I'm not sure what the plan for that was. I guess to scout and just see what came out of the Stargate. If that's worth it to him, and he... great. I guess if you see an Oracle, you build a Phoenix and shoot it off right away. I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting move. But as I said, both open with Stargate, so 2 Oracles to 1. Looks like Puck is kind of done with that production. He's going to actually recall his Adept. Excuse me, I like that move. But I think Blink's going to be kind of interesting. I talked about this when we saw Rail versus Showtime. Same thing happened there. Blink is a pretty redundant upgrade in PvP, and it is frankly just not something you see anyone really go for nowadays. But if you're looking to catch air units, it's the perfect thing. It gives you the mobility you need. Let's not forget, nowadays Oracles are actually armored units, so Stalkers get the bonus damage against Oracles. So getting rid of those with a couple of Blink Stalkers shouldn't be too bad. Interesting what Puck has done here in terms of mineral line defense, by the way. So Stasis Trap goes down with the intention of catching the Adepts when they transfer in. He's got a shield battery to help deny Oracles. I'm like, this isn't perfect play or anything. It's different than what I normally see, but it's still cool. Stasis Trap's gonna grab like most of the army. That's gonna feel so bad for Probe. Puck's gotta capitalize on this. Like, whether it's just diving in now or, like, trying to force field the units so they can't escape when they come out of it. Yeah, look at these stalkers. The oracles are forced to fight, but you don't use oracles to fight those stalkers. Not nowadays. This used to work, not anymore. And Probe's lost most of this before the battle's even begun. And let's not forget, those stasis units become free in a second, but it's not that they're free to run away. They're free to get shot by Puck. Trying to do a little bit of micro there. He's not used his own oracle for anything through this battle. While this went on, looks like a couple of depths slipped across the map. Shield batteries keeping those probes healthy for the time being, but ultimately this went pretty well for Puck. Stops the attack, dead in his tracks. Got an attempted a little bit of harass on the other side of the field, but kept that oracle alive. She's got 90 energy. That's a stasis trap, a revelation, and then maybe a little bit extra. So far, basically so good for Puck is how this plays out. Now for Probe, there was a little bit of awkwardness. We saw it with the adepts in the middle of the map. Not checking for that stasis trap. Little bit went wrong in a lot of ways, which is unfortunate. But back at home, he's got shield batteries coming up. He's got a couple of sentries. Oh, hey, look at that. It's the #1 Probe fan on and off again. Am I right? Scorpling! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Dan, I haven't seen or talked to him forever. I hope you're doing well. That Blink's going to come up to the main base, assisted by some stasis traps on the retreat. That's kind of cool. GG's just get called. Slamming it down. Puck takes game #1. But let's not forget, it is a best of 3, so you still got a chance, Probe. You're not out of this yet. Just a poor opening, unfortunately. Map #2 is going to be on Port Alexander. So again, just give me a moment, guys. I got to walk and talk as I set up this lobby and invite everybody to it. All right, welcome back. We are hopping into game 2 of this best of 3. You're watching WCS Winter with Rifkin, and spawning here in the bottom right for this round of 8, we've got the blue Protoss, Puck. Up 1-0 at the moment. His opponent in the upper left side going to be the Australian challenger. It is, of course, the red Protoss, Probe. Oh, no way! Probe, I love you! Even if you lose, this is how you do it! Okay, so it's not clear to the 2 people out there who don't understand PvP. This is a cannon rush. It's not something that works too often, but it does work on some specific maps. Port Alexander, we've actually seen this on a couple of times. And, oh, Puck passes right past that. That red flags go up immediately, seeing that second probe too. I'm not sure what his reaction or plan to this is, but I will note he's placed his gateways in a bit of a, we'll say a mind-gamey location. Right now, Probe at a glance, without scouting, this looks like there's proxy gateways on the field. And oh, he had rallied to scout, but he's not going to see it. So now the weird question comes in, like, does this work out for Puck? He's not seen the oh god, Probe hasn't seen the gateways, and he hasn't seen the pylon. And the key thing about this means he might build towards the Nexus instead of this area where you could stop production. Oh, this is dirty. Now look, here's the thing. Cannons, as good as they are actually dealt with pretty easily when you've got some Stalker micro. I say easy in air quotes, let's be honest, but they're dealt with. They're manageable if Stalkers are your weapon of choice. And that gateway, you'll pump out a Zealot right away, try and, I guess, slow this down. No, cancels it, goes for the double Stalker. I think this is the right move. This is the correct move. And this is a move that should be able to slow this from being a game-ending move. I love the shield batteries here too. This is huge for the Stalkers. He's not placing these down to help keep the probes alive. He's placing these down so the Stalkers have a place to fall back to. So I guess he'll chip in from the right side, poke, prod, and then heal up with the shield batteries. Because 2 Stalkers coming in does more damage than the cannon will, and he's going to focus on the Nexus. Look, this is a desperate move out of Probe. Let's not pretend like it's anything else. But it's something where this, I think in most other situations, against Protoss players who would have built normally, I think works. But in this case, Puck built in a strange location that made this look like a proxy. Probes laid it down thick. He's put down more cannons. He really wants to get this goal, but Probes are pulled out of Puck. I'm not sure how much I love this move or not, but he is going to try and break this here and now. And the Stalkers are getting the job done, so the Probes go back to mining. The shield batteries are out of juice. Puck's got to be very careful with his control here. But he's already dealt with half the cannons. He's essentially saved his Nexus. I think Probe's done, unfortunately. A for effort on this attempt. I think that there really is like a butterfly effect where this goes slightly differently. But GG's get called. That's it for this series. 2-0 for Puck as he takes it. A good victory here for that round robin where map scores, I'm not sure how important they will be, but series scores are definitely very important. So kudos to Puck. He takes the 2-0. Sadly, Probe will fall. And it's a bit of a bummer because I was hoping to see a little bit more out of Probe. Things went over quick. But, oh, guys, we got to go do something real quick. So you've probably seen... I've talked about this guy enough times. You've probably seen some of his art, right? If you guys don't know who 47S is, you just type !47S in the Twitch chat. He's done some really great work through DeviantArt, which I'm going to show off here really quick. I like his art style. He's done some StarCraft stuff. I don't know how... Okay, look, I gotta be honest. I don't know how to navigate DeviantArt, but he's done like some fan art for Base Trade TV, and he's done some really great work just in general. Oh, is this the thing? Do you hit browse folder? I'm trying to find the last thing he did for us. Although this might just be his comics. He's got comic series and stuff. Anyways, I love 47S. The point of me bringing this up... I can't find the examples to show you guys right now, the Base Trade TV specific fan art he's done. But my point is, he's streaming. I didn't even know he fucking streamed. So please join me. We're going to do like a pseudo raid on 47. It's just give him some love. Just go to the chat. Put some hearts. He's such a great guy. Past midnight's probably no mic. That's fine. Just give him some hearts. Give him some smiles. He's got nobody watching. Let's give him some love. This guy has produced some of the coolest fan art for StarCraft as well as Base Trade TV. I love him to death. So go give him some love while I figure out what's going on with Cham versus Estrella. The last best of 3 will be coming up after the break. So again, go give 47 some love, guys. I'll see you soon.